Hi Capricorn, welcome back. This is going to be your spiritual tarot reading and we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. When I was meditating on the overall Capricorn energy, I was getting the term spring and fall, okay? So something about the spring or fall time being important, maybe that's your favorite season. Some of you might have had a question in your mind as to like, when is the right timing for something, and I'm getting spring or fall, right? So I guess maybe even jot this down and come back to this reading in spring or fall, but let's see what else that I got in the meditation. Oh yes, I got the song, and all she wants to do is dance. Okay, and I got that song in the Leo reading as well. Some of you could be connecting with Leo energy during this time frame, okay, or you might have that in your chart. Maybe you like to dance, maybe you're connecting with somebody that likes to dance, I don't know. You could also be randomly hearing that song, and all she wants to do is dance. So pay attention, and I know it's your birthday season, Capricorn, right? So, hey, it's time to get out there and celebrate, and happy birthday to all of my Capricorns. And interestingly enough, when I was getting my cards ready before I started this reading, the card that popped out is your overall energy, and I wasn't meaning to get it out, but it showed itself to me, was the 10th house, which is your energy, Capricorn. So right now, you are being highlighted, right? Okay. So putting yourself first, honoring yourself. For some reason I heard queen. Okay, I might have some queens up in here. If you're a male king, I don't know. But this is also highlighting career and responsibility, your patriarchy, your empire, the goals that you have for yourself. All of that being highlighted. So I'm going to get a guidance card out, Capricorn, and then we're going to go ahead and get into it and go a little bit further with the tarot cards. We're going to go into your headspace first and see what's going on there, and then the heart space, how things are going in the emotional aspect of you, and then the spiritual big picture, okay? So let's see what we have coming in for you, Capricorn. For my Capricorns. I will say I felt a little bit of like an agitation in the energy as well. It was almost like I was trying to jump the gun on something. Some of you could feel like a little agitated, or like you're just ready. Like you're ready for something to be done, or you're ready for something to happen, and might be even feeling a little bit of impatience in the energy. So just something to be aware of. There could also be someone popping up in your environment that may be agitating to you, or like when you think about this person, it's agitating to you. So, you know, something to be aware of. Okay, so King of Cups, Queen of Discs showing up in the headspace. Oh, that wanted to come out, but no, give me two more. The Three of Wands. And the Ace of Wands. So this is like, I heard putting yourself first. Well, it's always important to put yourself first because you're the only person who can experience you. But this is also talking about having more balance when it comes to your emotional space, and also when it comes to the more practical parts of you, Capricorn. And sometimes I do feel like Capricorn energy can get all really tied up in like your achievements and wanting to work towards something, and your workhorses. Most of you are. I mean, there's a reason why, you know, Capricorns are usually some of the richest people on this earth fall under the sign of Capricorn. But there needs to be more balance when it comes to whatever you're working hard towards. And it doesn't necessarily have to be money, right? And I'm not saying all Capricorns fall under that umbrella, but you tend to be a bit hard on yourself sometimes. And in a way, it's a great motivator. It kind of pushes you. And it is the cause and the reason for a lot of your success. But there's also this emotional side of you, Capricorn, that needs to be looked at, that needs to be understood and felt, and this loving part of you that you don't always let out, okay? Or maybe that you don't always readily let people see. And there's more balance coming in, or you're being encouraged to have more balance in that way. Now, some of you could be dealing with Scorpio or an earth sign, or Leo, or have that in your chart, as that's showing up as well. But it doesn't have to be. It could just be, symbolically speaking, talking about balancing out more of the emotional and the practical self, okay? Some of you might at this time actually be on the opposite end of that, where you're letting your emotions override your practical senses, which is not really like you. But I do feel like we have a lot going on planetarily, okay? And I'm getting the word transit, and I am not an astrologer, so I don't know if there's something in transit. I know that there are 2 retrogrades coming in, Venus in retrograde, and then Mercury in retrograde that's about to begin. So that's a whole lot of backwards energy. So it could be that you're feeling a little bit backwards. Maybe you've let work or the things that you usually push yourself towards go on the backslide and been all in your emotions. So I can see this as like two very different either groups of you, or the perspective shifting here. And it might make you feel a little bit out of sorts, but the good news is here, Capricorn, that there are things moving forward for you, especially when it comes to creative pursuits, especially when it comes to things that you make you feel good, that bring you passion into your life. Some of you are maybe even seeking pleasure during this time frame, or things that feel pleasurable to you might be good for you, okay? And I'm remembering the meditation that I was doing earlier, and I did see what looked to be someone at dinner. So maybe getting out and having dinner or having a good meal might be satisfying to you. Whatever, you know. I just feel like, so even if you have been on the backslide, I don't know why I keep getting that word. If you backslid on something, I feel like during this time frame, during your birthday season especially, you're going to be able to reframe that energy and get back into tune, get back in balance with yourself, as this is a very balanced energy. Okay, so it's like taking the emotional aspect of you, the practical aspect of you, and using it to envision where you want to go in 2022. And that's actually pushing you towards these more creative energies that are flowing in for you, okay? If you hear noise in the back, it's my child. He's fine. He's just playing video games. All right, so let's go to how are you feeling underneath it all? 9 of Cups, Queen of Swords, the Empress, Six of Cups. So I feel like on an emotional level here, Capricorn, again, there's more balance coming in. So first of all, there is something satisfying here, or like something that's going to feel really satisfying to you as it comes into the energy. Maybe this is something that you pre-planned, or that intuitively you knew was coming in. I'm not really sure. But the 9 of Cups here showing up in the emotional space is like, relief. Like I can have a moment of relief, a moment to myself, you know, a time to focus on yourself, to get back into the swing of feeling like yourself, okay, for some of you. The Queen of Swords here is like knowing what you want emotionally, right? And like this person is walking on water in the image, okay? Not saying you can walk on water, but I'm saying like there is confidence here showing up, okay? And some of you could be dealing with an air sign or a Taurus as well. But it's being patient with yourself, all right? Not allowing yourself to go too far into that agitation. So some of you, because I keep hearing brush it off, and there's another song that wants to come in. Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. There's like this agitating energy that's around you, but it's like the quicker you shake it off, the better. And you do that by refocusing on the things that don't agitate you, you know, that bring you that peace of mind, right? And so it's kind of like softening your energy a little bit. And at the same time, knowing what it is that you want and calling it forward to you. The Six of Cups is here. So there might be some past emotions resurfacing as we go into this retrograde, or something from the past kind of creeping its head back in. Just a side note here. But I feel like you're not really giving that much attention, okay? I do feel like your focus right now is on your future, okay? Or what's to come next. So if there is like something creeping in from the past, I don't feel like you giving it a whole lot of your time or attention, or at least you're being guided not to during this time frame, as it might interfere with the peace that you have going on, or the balance that you're attaining during this time frame, right? So let's go into the bigger spiritual picture. I don't know why, but all of a sudden I'm like so thirsty, like really freaking thirsty. I don't know if y'all need to drink more water. I could probably go drink like 3 gallons of water right now. In fact, I have water right here. Water is so good, mostly because you're made of water primarily. Water has an intelligence to it as well. So there's medical reasons for why water is good for you, but there's spiritual reasons as well. Some of you might need to drink more water, or I don't know if you've ever heard of blessing your water. This is popular in other cultures, where they actually bless the water before they drink it. I do that when I do my morning meditations. So I always meditate with a big glass of water next to me. And then as I come out of the meditative state, but still kind of in that deep space, I will drink that entire glass of water while giving thanks, while giving appreciation for the hydration and the wellness that it brings. And I'm telling you, it feels amazing. Like I come out of the meditation fully hydrated, but also like fully alert. And I don't know why I'm telling you this, other than maybe some of you could benefit from meditation and more water in your diet, or maybe that's something you already do or that you're already aware of, and that's just confirmation for you. But take it as it resonates. I just noticed I'm like so thirsty right now, okay? And you know what? Now that I really think about it, I was getting a song and I heard the word thirsty. Now, some of y'all could be thirsty for an experience, a person. Someone could be thirsty for you, thirsty for attention. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. I'm not calling you thirsty at all. I was just joking, but you never know. All right, so spiritual, this bigger spiritual picture here, Capricorn. What else do we need to know? King of Swords. So I did want, wow, the Lovers. 5 of Cups. 2 of Swords. So what I was going to say is one of the things that I'm noticing in this reading is that there's a lot of characters here. There's a lot of, seems to be other people's involvement here, or maybe a lot of people, more than one person in your energy or in your mind during this time frame. It could be, I think I got that in the Virgo reading. Some of you could connect with Virgo. So it could be that you're dealing with a few different situations, right? And I keep hearing the song, Time. I feel like a little bit of, maybe that's where the impatience is coming from. Like something seems to be taking a long time. Or, you know, there's a delay here, which sounds very retrograde-y to me. But it's like, be patient, Capricorn, be patient, right? Because you've been heard by the universe as to what it is that you want. And you are focusing in the right direction when it feels good. So pay attention to how you feel. Because if it's not feeling good to you and you're feeling a lot of agitation, tenseness, anxiety, then you're not focused on the right things or in the right way. All right. There's this message here about like, when is it time? Right now. What do you mean? What are you talking about? I don't know. Well, the only time is now. The only thing that ever separates you from what you are experiencing versus what you want is your perception of it. And so if you've been waiting, right, to feel good, Spirit is saying you can feel good right here, right now, with just simply by understanding that you have the power over your own emotion. And the quicker you can feel good right here, right now, and the longer you can sustain that, the less time or gap there is between you and what it is that you're wanting. Some of you are thinking a lot about a specific connection where there was maybe love lost, or I'm getting grievances around, okay? And this could be making you feel like agitated. You know how like when you're drained, or maybe even when you're hurt, but it don't come out that way. Instead, it comes out as like agitation and irritation, you know, because you're fighting the feeling. And I'm getting that song, and I can't fight this feeling anymore. So some of you have been maybe battling your own emotions, or during this time frame, especially during the retrograde, you might feel that backslide, right? And it's like, the guidance is not to fight it or to deny it, but to accept it and allow it. And then find a way to focus yourself onto what it is that you want to come out of that situation, and stay in that. Stay in that. So, also, when you're feeling in this space of lack, okay, or lack mentality, that's not a good time to make some big decisions, right? If you're feeling indecisive, you're feeling uncertain as to whether this is good for you or not, that's probably your sign that you need to give it a little bit more time, okay? And maybe let this run its course first. The emotional stuff to run its course first before making any decisions, especially when it comes to a significant person in your life or people. Because some of you are dealing with more than one person here. So let's see what the guidance cards had to say. I'm going to get another drink of water. What in the world? And stay hydrated, Capricorn. Especially if you're going out to celebrate your birthday, you know, and you're having alcohol drinks. Make sure you drink a lot of water. All right. So it says soul solitude. Your soul needs attention. There are moments when it's important to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet. A place for soul solitude. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, and a time just for you. So that's kind of what I felt at the beginning of the reading as well, is like, even if you do have these extroverted moments, I do feel there's always that natural introverted part of you, Capricorn, that may need a little bit of solitude to kind of get yourself together, right? This says, my most important relationship is with Source. There is no relationship of greater importance to achieve than the relationship between you, your physical body, right here and now, and the soul source / God from which you have come. If you tend to that relationship first and foremost, you will then and only then have the stable footing to proceed into other relationships. Your relationship with your own body, with money, with your parents, children, grandchildren, and your world will all fall easily into alignment once you tend to this fundamental relationship first. So let me repeat this part because I think this was important, especially since I got that weird message about hydration and I'm thirsty as heck right now. It says, the relationship between you, your physical body, right here and now, your relationship with your life as it is right here, right now, and your connection to your higher self is the only relationship that matters in this moment. And when you can feel an alignment, meaning you love yourself for who you are right here, right now, not who you're becoming, not who you were in the past, right here, right now. With all of your flaws and bad habits and all that stuff you think is so terrible, Source does not see you that way. It sees you as divine and not needing to change. But a lot of people can't see that about themselves, Capricorn. But I feel like you have the power to feel that way about yourself, and you're being encouraged to feel about yourself just how Source sees you. Right here, right now. And as soon as you line up with that, watch as you start to feel better. And as you start to feel better, watch as things come in for you that are a match to that new vibration that you've set out. All right. And it might take a little bit of solitude to get there. A little bit of hydration. So zodiac signs you could be dealing with, Capricorn, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Gemini, Sagittarius. Those are the predominant zodiac signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind that it can be any zodiac sign, right? It's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff. I've got a lot of videos, especially on my Facebook, but both are linked in the description box below, as well as in the About section, where you can find the donation link. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so there. Otherwise, I am wishing you guys a beautiful birthday season, and until next time, my friends. Namaste. Bye.